This is a story of the future, where humans have now traveled at light speed and ruled all the planets. Humans are now living together with different species of the universe. Now, in the beginning, we see such a barren planet. This planet is very close to the sun, due to which it is very hot here. That's why people often go out of their homes at night and sleep during the day. There is also a shortage of water on this planet. In this, we see a man named Snow walking. He comes to a big machinery. Now, while going to that city, we see that many people are kept in a big container in the open. Actually, because of the heat on this planet, water has become a very precious thing. And if anyone steals water, they are kept in such a container. And because of the harsh sun, these people die in a day. Now, Snow comes inside this city. And he comes to a courier shop and asks for his parcel, which he has ordered from a special Earth. Now, an alien gives him a box. And next month, he asks for the same thing to bring 2 kilos. Now, later he sits in a bar to drink beer. But then 3 bounty hunters come to him, who say that we have come to catch you. You will have to come with us. Snow asks him why. Then the girl says that our leader Baris wants to catch you. So come quietly with us. Now, Snow refuses. That's why the girl challenges him to fight with me or go quietly. Now, Snow doesn't get up. Seeing this, the girl goes to kill him with a gun. But before that, Snow shoots him directly and kills him. And immediately, Snow kills the other companion. But his third companion now runs a gun on Snow. Because of this, Snow's hand gets blasted. Now, he comes forward and is about to kill Snow. Then a girl comes from behind and kills that hunter. After which Snow gets up and stands. And ties his hand and goes away, saying thanks to that girl. We see that there are other creatures in the bar who have come to catch Snow. Now, on the way out of there, he sits in front of a big animal's skull and starts eating his food. But he sees that the same girl is coming in front of him who had saved him. Seeing this, he gets very angry. When the girl comes close, he asks her, "Why are you following me?" Then the girl says that my name is Harold and I want to travel with you. Now, listening to this, Snow says that I will think. Now, their conversation is going on that the sun rises there. That means it was time to sleep. That's why he sets up his tent. And he gives support to Harold for today's day. Then we see that the birds here are also made according to the same weather, who sleep during the day. In the same tent, Harold sees that Snow's hand, which had been blasted, it has started to regenerate slowly. She is surprised to see this. But Snow doesn't say anything. Then they both go to sleep. Snow has a superpower. A special kind of hormone is generated from his body's reproduction system. And it spreads throughout his body. If any of his body parts are cut, his body starts regenerating that body again. That's why he can never get sick. Because of this, he has been alive for centuries. And that's why a lot of people want to catch him, so that he can take out his reproduction system and take out that hormone, so that he can sell the rest of the rich people and make them immortal forever. Now it's night and these people leave for the next journey. Here Snow tells Harold that if you want to stay with me, then you should know why the goons are after me. But then Harold says something shocking that I already know. Actually, your reproduction system makes a special kind of hormone, which regenerates all your cells again. That's why you are immortal. Snow is shocked to hear this and asks, "How do you know this?" So Harold says that I am an officer of Earth's Central Intelligence. They also want to do research on you. That's why I want you to come with me. They won't hurt you. But Snow says that only AI works on Earth's Central Intelligence. He has been worried about humans for a long time. But Harold says that they just want to make humans more advanced. And that's why it's important to stay with a big government, but Snow doesn't like this. And he tells him to go. Now after walking for 2 nights, they come to a secret place. Snow pushes a stone and opens a secret doorway. There we see that there is also a lift to go up. And now from the lift, they finally come to Snow's house. Snow says that he got this place 200 years ago. And since then he has been working to make this place better. There is no shortage of water here. There is also a small pond. And he tells Harold that if you want, you can get fresh. That's why she goes to take a bath. And then Snow sits in front of the setting sun and opens the box he bought, in which we see strawberries brought from Earth, which reminds him of the old days. That's when Harold comes there fresh. She has worn a very beautiful dress and jewelry. She asks Snow whose dress is this. Then he tells her that it was my wife's. She had left this world about 123 years ago. Harold asks why. Then he tells her that many years have passed. I was not getting old. And he had committed suicide because of this. Snow gets very sad. Seeing this, Harold comes to him. And both of them start getting intimate. Then at night, Harold suddenly opens his eyes. Then she sees that Barry and his gang have found out about this location. And they have come here from the ship to catch Snow. We see below that Barry's men are looking for Snow around. That's when Snow comes quietly and kills one of them. That's when Snow kills everyone one by one. But then there is a strong man from Barry's team who catches Snow and shoots him directly. Because of which Snow gets very injured and falls. Moving forward, he tells Snow that the woman you killed was my wife. And he is going to kill Snow. That's when Harold shoots him from behind. But in the next moment, someone blows Harold. And Harold is killed. And that man is Barry, who now comes to Snow and says that I will kill you and take your reproduction system. And he is going to kill. That's when a hand comes from behind and crosses his body. And Barry is killed there. And here we see that this hand belongs to Harold. We see that Harold's face is half human and half robot. That is, he is a cyborg. He has a human brain inside him. But his body and some of his parts are of machines. When Snow comes to his senses, he is very shocked to see Harold. That's when Harold says that I am still a human. I still have feelings. I can feel everything. Years ago, I had an accident in which my body was completely broken. But ECIA took help of machines to save me. And some of my spine and body parts were converted into machines. She tells Snow that I have been alone for many centuries. I am also looking for a companion. Now listening to this, Snow holds his hand. Because he knows what loneliness is. And in the same way, both of them start living with each other. Now both of them have found a partner. And this is where this episode ends. The next episode begins in which we see old times. Where a man is sitting in a train. His name is Steve. He is sitting alone in his coach. It's about 12:30 at night. At that time, the conductor peeks into this coach from outside. And goes ahead. This train is going through a field of very large grass. Steve is going to sleep now. Suddenly, the engine of this steam train stops. Steve comes out and looks around. There were not many passengers in the train. The rest of the people were sleeping. He comes out of the train and starts coming down. And asks himself why we stopped here. Then something is shining from the grass in front. He is about to go ahead. The conductor stops him. Don't go ahead. Please go back to your coach. Steve asks him why the train has stopped here. The conductor says that the train has stopped here for 2 minutes. As soon as the steam builds up in the engine, we will leave from here. The conductor starts going from there. But Steve says that I will stop outside and smoke a little in 2 minutes. The conductor tells him that it's okay. But I will call you twice. If you come in the train, it's okay. If you don't come, the train will leave without you. And the conductor leaves. Now he starts smoking there alone. But he sees something shining in the grass in front. So he goes ahead in the field. And as he was following that thing was moving ahead. And suddenly it comes to one place and disappears. Meanwhile, the conductor shouts loudly. The train is about to leave. At that time, a person passes in front of Steve. Steve gets a little scared. And he starts going towards the train from there. But it's too late now. Because now he has forgotten the way. And there is only big grass all around. Steve is very scared. He jumps and calls the conductor. Then the conductor makes another sound. Which now Steve starts running in the same direction. But no matter how much he ran, he couldn't reach the train. He starts panicking a lot. Now while running, he comes to one place and stops. That's when he starts hearing the sound of a donkey in the forest. And the same glowing light comes in front. He goes ahead and starts looking at the grass in front. Then he sees that a very big creature is coming up from under the ground. And he starts howling loudly. Seeing this, Steve gets scared and says, "Oh my God." Now that creature sees him. Steve starts running. But there are all the creatures around. Now he hides down and starts going quietly from there. Creatures start attacking him from all sides. Steve somehow escapes and goes ahead. But he falls into a big pit. And his spectacles are lost. Now after a lot of searching, he finds his spectacles. But then he sees that a different creature is coming out of the ground. All the creatures are sitting on top of the pit. Now Steve starts climbing up from the other side. We see that all the bones and bones of humans have fallen on the ground, who were trapped and killed. Now that creature comes up and pulls Steve's leg down. And he shouts very loudly, which opens his teeth and mouth. But then Steve hits him with a bone, then other creatures come. Now hitting them too, Steve comes up and starts running towards the front. And then he sees a train in front of him in this big grass. He starts running hard. The train is now leaving. He starts calling the conductor of the train. And saving his life, he is about to come up. Then a creature grabs him. He is about to kill him. Then another creature comes and kills the first creature. And to hunt Steve, both of them start fighting. Steve sees this and starts running up. But then more creatures come and pull Steve's leg and pull him down. Now all of them are going to kill Steve. But then a red light comes there. The conductor has come there with a big torch. He takes the torch and starts chasing everyone. Because of the fire, all those creatures start moving back. Now because of the fire-struck creatures, they move back. Then the conductor throws the torch at them. And all the creatures move back. The conductor then lifts Steve up. Both of them come up and start running. The train is still running. Now after running for a long time, the conductor climbs up and pulls Steve. And like this, both of them survive. The conductor tells him that these creatures don't like fire. This causes them a lot of trouble. Steve's breath is completely swollen. He asks, "What was this thing?" The conductor says, "I think all these humans used to exist in some time. Maybe some people got lost in this field of grass. Or maybe some people, like you, got off the train and went to the wrong side. And they also got the same fate as the creatures." Steve asks, "Did this happen before?" The conductor says, "It happens often." The train suddenly stops in this field of grass. Maybe a doorway opens at this place, which points to their world. And all these creatures come from that world. Now the conductor tells Steve, "Don't tell anyone about this. Anyway, no one will trust you." And he goes inside. Steve starts looking at that shining field. And this episode ends here. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.